Recording.
Okay, good morning, everyone. We will call to order the September meeting of the Binghamton Traffic Board. It's September 11th, 2025. First item of business is approval of the minutes from past meetings. Is there a motion to approve the minutes from the August 2025 meeting? Is
Motion.
there a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, we'll move on to the public comment portion of our meeting today. Doesn't look like anyone's here for public comment. So we can move into the new business portion of the agenda. Okay. First item under new business is application for requested review at Murray Street and Riverside Drive. This is request for a installation of a traffic signal or stop sign. This is an intersection where I believe we removed a traffic signal recently.
It's been a few years, but yes.
Okay. Okay. Um, I am imagining nothing has changed from a traffic engineering standpoint in that time. I don't know if anyone has thoughts, questions, comments on this. My understanding is the application is stemming from concerns around pedestrian safety at this intersection. What do you think we can address with the Binghamton Traffic Division? But any thoughts or questions on the?
I just wanted to say the applicant also said that they have a hard time pulling onto Riverside from Murray. So it's pedestrian safety and then just difficulty getting a chance to get out onto Riverside is, I believe, what she stated in the application.
Okay. I think I'd like the opportunity just to go back and review the decision to remove the traffic signal there, continue to look at it with the traffic division and other board members, and unless anyone objects, table this for the next meeting. Is there a motion to table?
Motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, thank you. Okay, next new item of business. This is a request for review at Gate Street and Conklin Avenue. Request for no parking here to corner signs on both corners of the intersection. The applicant writes, it's a dangerous situation when cars are parked to the north on both sides of the street, especially when there is a car departing and entering Gate Street. It's impossible to enter when someone is departing, and I'm stopped on Conklin Avenue with heavy traffic behind me. Please take in consideration for the resident that lives on Gate Street and put up no parking here to corner signs. I don't think Traffic Division has had a chance to review this yet. This is the first time it's on the agenda. Did you get to take a look at it, Sergeant?
Yes, I spoke with Mr. Burns about this and we went out there, actually spoke with people that were parking up to the corner. They're gonna refrain from parking to the corner. There's a definitely issue there if they do park for corner. So I think we should have the signs 30 feet. No parking here to corner installed there.
Not currently posted, no parking.
No.
Okay. Any thoughts or questions from board members?
Yeah.
So it would be 30 feet from the intersection
Yeah.
inwards towards on Gate Street. Is that correct?
On Gate Street,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. I would look then for a motion to approve the request for no parking here to corner signs outlined by the traffic division. Is there a motion?
Motion.
There's a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you. Last item on new business is a requested review at 15 Arthur Street. This is a request for handicap parking on even side of the street to account for alternate side parking. see if I have them. Okay, the applicant here writes, there's a marked handicap parking space in front of my house at 15 Arthur Street. I'm hoping to have signage put up on the opposite side of the street as well. So when alternate side parking begins, I do not have to fight with the many college students on the street. I have several disabilities that impair my mobility, and I've been trying to get signage on the even side of the street for several years. Okay. I know we've run into these in the past with the alternate side parking. Do you have a chance to look at this one?
Yeah, I don't think we approved for individuals. I think we just approved one on the Riverside and Chapin, but that's due to the nature of the business there. It was forgot what it's like some kind of medical that we approved. That's the only spot that I know of that we approved on both sides.
Okay. Okay. Josh, how does it work with alternate side parking with in the handicap parking spaces? Those motorists still have to move their vehicle to allow the plows to come through?
That's correct.
Okay.
If we do put a sign over there, we could have it tagged, from this month to coincide with the alternate side. That way if it's no parking over there during the summer, it can be no parking, and the handicap will be no parking also.
Okay. All right. Any thoughts from board members on this? Given that this
Is it too crazy to market for even days, or to make it the least restrictive, or is that like kind of beyond with signage?
I'm not really sure if that side of the street is no parking already, but when we have alternate side, the no parking is irrelevant. So I just don't want the handicap spot to be able to have a handicap park there all the time if it's no parking, regularly, is my only kind of concern. We'd have to go look at it and see for sure.
I think we can take a look at it and connect with the applicant here. This was submitted at the end of last month. It looks like it's the first time appearing on the agenda. So, I think if no objections, we can table it for the October meeting, and that gives us a chance to connect with the applicant and have traffic and DPW go out to take a look. There be a motion to table?
Motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. So we'll revisit that in the October meeting. All right, moving on to traffic board determinations. First item on this portion of the agenda is State Street and Carey Street. This is a request for a stop sign at the intersection of Carey Street and State Street. We discussed this at the last traffic board meeting. Jen, I don't know if BMTS had a chance to look at crash data there or. Okay. Yeah, I remember in our discussions, it didn't seem like something that would meet the warrants beyond crash data, but if we can pull that, we can see what's going on for the next meeting. Okay. Any other thoughts? Okay, for a motion to table to the October meeting.
Motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. Okay, next item, this is a request for no parking sign adjacent to the visitor parking lot curb cut at 174 Court Street. This is where AVRE is located. We talked about this at the last traffic board meeting. There's no striping space. So I think we want to move forward and have DPW street. So we'll extend those stripes park. Thank you, Bob. um, where the allowed parking ends in this area. Sergeant Musick, did the traffic division get out to take a look at the location where the additional signage is requested beyond just the striping?
Yes, and it appears that we're missing one sign there.
Okay,
It appears right where she's asking for a sign that should have been signed there. So I'm not sure if it got removed doing construction there or something, but yeah, we're missing one sign there, and
Okay,
I'll
and this
get
would
with
be-
Billy to replace that.
would it be on the east end of
Yes,
where their curb cut is currently for the
Yep.
parking lot?
or
Okay.
no, on the west end.
On the west end?
West end.
Okay,
Yeah, we're right where she's asking for one. Because
Okay.
looking at the other signage, we're missing one sign there.
okay. All right, so I think then that we can move forward with approving the request for the no parking sign adjacent to the visitor parking lot. Unless there's any,
Motion.
is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you. Okay, next item on the agenda, 3 Louisa Street. This is a request for a 40-foot loading zone adjacent to the main entrance. This was, came up for review at our last traffic board meeting. This is from a business that has some off-site parking in the area already. Making a request for a loading zone adjacent to their main entrance. At the time, it seemed like there really wasn't warranted to take off to eliminate on-street parking in this area for the loading zone. The business owner seemed open to working with the city to accommodate their request basically through off-site parking. And I think, we can reach out to them to help on that. I know traffic division's been doing some increased enforcement over there to make sure that no one's parking illegally and obstructing entrance to the business's entrance. So unless any thoughts or questions, comments from board members, I think we'd be looking to deny this motion. Just work directly with the business on off-street parking. Any questions?
Not sure I followed it. So they're looking for a loading zone. But it seems like okay, thank you. So we're looking at a picture here for people watching. Okay.
Everything else is like on the map.
It's already no
So
parking.
they're
Okay.
the only business there.
Okay.
These guys, nobody's overnight. This is the dealership, so nobody's here overnight. So
Okay.
if anybody's parking there, they have huge parking lot here, and this is their huge parking lot. So they're
Okay.
looking to create 2 parking spots for people going in and out,
Right.
shop. They can create 2 spots right here for those people going to their shop. easily.
Okay, so the idea is that there's people that shouldn't be parking there that are parking there or
The idea is that he claimed first that people park here overnight.
yeah.
There's no. All this is businesses. There's no businesses here that would park overnight except them.
Okay.
So
So-
if somebody's parking there overnight, it is their workers, they're working.
Okay, interesting. Okay.
So I don't feel like we should be taking 2 parking spots because there is the housing complex here. So if
Okay.
they do need parking,
This is it, basically.
I mean, they have it up here, but I never seen in the 2 weeks that this has been going on. I went there multiple times. I never seen a car there. So
Okay.
just creating more
Restrictions.
restrictions. It's gonna be towing us.
Mhm.
If they see car there that doesn't belong, they'll be calling us every day. Hey, there's car
Yeah.
there, and that there's no need for it. They have 3 loading docks here that they can use for loading and unloading. And if people are going there, they can create the parking spot for
Okay.
people.
All right. Thank you.
Any thoughts? Does that make sense in terms of? Okay,
I guess I would welcome that if this other way of working doesn't end up working for them, that they come back and talk to us some more.
absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, I would look then for a motion to deny the request for a 40-foot loading zone adjacent to the main entrance at 3 Louisa Street. Is there a motion?
Motion.
There's a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
I
Any opposed? Okay, thank you. Okay, moving on to our next item on traffic board determinations, 37 North Street. This is a request for a curb cut. When the application initially came into traffic board, this was a request for a 10-foot curb cut that the engineering and I think traffic division looked at the time. Couldn't figure out a way to make the 10-foot curb cut work. The traffic division and engineering visited the site, talked to the applicant. It seems like what can be done in the space here is a 5-foot curb cut on the east side of the existing curb cut. That doesn't take away any on-street parking spaces. That helps the applicant expand access to the off-site parking there. Did I summarize that correctly, Sergeant Music? Am I missing anything?
Yes.
Okay, seems like the compromise that the applicant's satisfied with that works with the city in terms of on-street parking.
Correct.
Any questions, thoughts from the board? Okay, I would look then for a motion to approve the request for a curb cut in front of 37 North Street, a 5-foot curb cut on the east side of the existing cut. Is there a motion? Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you. All right, final item on the agenda for traffic board determinations. This is a requested review at 23 Henry Street, request for a curb cut on Prospect Avenue. This comes from the planning department. So Tito, I'll let you summarize.
Yeah, so that site plan that I handed out, that was approved by the Planning Commission in association with the redevelopment of the apartment building next door. The curb cut that they are planning on putting in is not compliant because it's too close to the intersection. And since it's not compliant, it needs traffic board approval. They picked that spot because there's a utility pole and there's a dumpster location and there are other, and the layout of their parking makes that the best location on Prospect Avenue for a curb cut.
So Tito, what's before us now and what traffic board is being asked to vote on this? This meets the approval of the planning department?
Yeah, specifically the curb cut on Prospect Ave. It's marked as existing curb cut for some reason on there, but what's really out there is there's no curb, there's no sidewalk. The whole thing is a curb cut and cars can go in and out wherever they want onto that property. And the planning commission wanted to have them put in a curb and a sidewalk and control that traffic in and out of that parking lot. So they're actually looking to install that sidewalk soon. And engineering brought this to our attention that the curb cut's not compliant, so it needs traffic board approval.
Just quick question. Is there a gate on the curb cut farther north?
Yeah, that's the dumpster enclosure. That's not there right now. That's all.
So they're gonna close that curb cut, even though it says existing.
No, they're supposed to, that's going to be a curb cut. Right now, the whole thing is curbless. So what's shown as sidewalk and curb will be new. And they're going to leave a curb cut for the dumpster location and they're going to leave a curb cut to enter the parking lot.
Oh, okay, I see.
They're calling it existing curb cut. That's not really accurate.
Okay. My actual question is, do you know how far away from the intersection the curb cut is? Is it 20 feet, close to 30?
I know it's less than 30. I do. Yeah. So that's
18 to
18
20.
feet, 18 feet for the parking spot. And I don't know, maybe, is it the middle of the radius where we start?
Well, I mean, that's just approximate. That's good enough. I just
Yeah.
was
Like-
curious. And then the
like
only
20
other
feet.
thing I'll say is if it's possible, it's very much best practice to carry the sidewalk through the driveway instead of having the driveway be asphalt. And it looks like the sidewalk stops. That would just be my comment, whether it's too late to make that or not.
No, I don't think so. I think an apron would probably be ideal, apron and sidewalk, but
Do you know if they plan to do that currently?
I don't think they're planning on an apron, and I know that there was something weird with the curb line that's shown on the drawing not actually being accurate. There's something going on with the property line, and it's confusing because there's no sidewalk there right now. It's just all asphalt. So they may not be able to put in a standard apron, but they could definitely do a sidewalk. They could continue the sidewalk.
Did they, is there a timeliness to this? Would they need this voted on before the October meeting, or can we?
They put in for their street work permit. I think they're ready to go, but
Okay.
I don't know that they can't wait another month.
Okay,
Planning Commission already approved it, you said?
Yes,
Okay.
yeah. Yeah, it should have gone to traffic board at that time, but it was missed that it's not compliant because of the distance to the intersection, so.
Existing or whatever they call that. But it looks like there's a 3 parking spots in between the light pole and the proposed.
They could do that. I believe that this is their minimum parking requirement that they're meeting. And so if they eliminate that parking spot, then they'd have to go back to the planning commission to waive that one spot. I can double check that.
there's no issue currently with the distance between the curb cut and the intersection? Or,
No,
or are we saying there is?
That was my question too, where the placement of that stop sign would be that's going southbound on Prospect to enter Henry. Where that stop sign's not on the schematic here or the drawing, it's not indicated, but where that would be relative to the start of the curb cut for the vehicle entry and exit into that lot.
Okay,
As far as its distance to the intersection.
Yeah, it seems like it could create a situation like out here with the Y and the signal there where it's really just tough to pull out. And then maybe what you're alluding to, these 2 spaces, at least these 2 spaces here, right adjacent to the curb cut. You may have people exiting right behind them.
okay.
I mean, I would agree that it would be ideal to move it 1 space to the north.
Okay, I don't want to delay this necessarily, but I think there are some questions. I think
Yep.
if we can table it, get in touch with the applicant, and if we need to do a special traffic
Right.
board meeting, I think we're able to do that. If you think the applicant would be open to that, Tito?
Yeah, I can reach out to them and ask them if they'll move it up 1 spot to the north. If that makes it compliant, then technically they can just go get their street work permit and they don't have to come back.
Okay,
But I'll talk to them about it.
Wait, but if they move it the one up, then they lose the space, so it wouldn't have to come back to traffic board, but it would have to go back to planning.
It may have to go back to planning commission if they're short of their parking requirement. But I just I don't remember exactly if they were right at their parking requirement or if they had an excess of spaces. Oh, it says it right here.
Yeah.
5,
yeah, we can
13,
talk with them too and make sure we're not kind of creating
17.
additional hoops to jump through in terms of development, but that it's also working from a traffic safety standpoint.
It's definitely an improvement
Yeah,
to the open curb cut for sure, but
right. Right, okay,
So they were actually, it says it right on the plan, actually. They were short parking spaces to begin with, and they were granted a waiver of 5 spaces. So they might have to go back to the planning commission.
if they were to move.
If they were to remove the 1 space.
Okay,
But I'll talk to them about what their options are. We did actually reduce the parking requirements since then, so maybe not.
okay. All right, and just keep us posted if we need a special meeting. I think that we're able to do that before the October meeting.
Okay.
But all right, so I would look for a motion then to table this for the time being. Is there a motion?
Motion.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor?
I,
Any opposed? Okay. All right, any other business items, questions, comments, thoughts from board members?
I did have one issue. I'm not sure if this was done already or when this was installed, but to circle back to the speed table on Oak Street by the high school, the project through the health department. The first opportunity I had to inspect that since it was installed was just last week and or earlier this week. And I was going to request on record that DPW go and inspect that. There was concerns about plowing and the way it was described. I don't know if it was installed exactly how I perceived it was going to be. So there's a height issue where that connecting piece goes to the curb lines. And I just want to put it on record so that if there's an issue, we had talked and I believe left it, that if it was going to obstruct plowing efforts, that it would agree that it would be removed. So if DPW could assess that for their ability to plow and clear the snow curb to curb there. It appears the connecting piece is somewhat in the roadway space. If that's a problem, vehicular traffic, if it passes over that portion of it, I don't think the speed table would sustain a tire. But I guess a DPW assessment for plowing purposes at this point.
Right, it's gonna be a problem. The only way to really resolve it is to get out there with a shovel. So that's kind of the way we're looking at it right now. I'm gonna have a talk with the school and see if they can kind of help us out and try and keep that clear. And I'll have guys take a look at it as much as they can when we're staffed and we can get that done.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, if no other comments here, I'd look for a motion to adjourn. Their motion? Their second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? We're adjourned. Thank you.